Hi guys, welcome to today's double header day on a Sunday. Just like yesterday, we are looking at two mouth-watering clashes that will decide the fate of the teams that are going to go to the playoffs. It is a rat race in the middle. Gujarat has sealed the spot at the top. CSK will seal it if they win today against KKR, but they still pretty much have their fate in their own hands to reach the playoffs. Same with Mumbai, but the other teams is a rat race. They are in a position where they have to win every single game from now on, and every single game until the playoff is going to be sort of like a do or die game for every team from now on. So we are looking at some really mouth-watering clashes today until the 21st, which is the last group stage match. It is going to be amazing. We are looking at a beautiful group stage finish for this IPL. I don't think I can remember another IPL season of the last 14 to 15 seasons that has been as competitive as this one, where we still don't know who is out except for DC. It's fair to say that DC can only make at the best 12 points, so they are 100% out of the tournament. But apart from DC, even though realistically it's not possible for the likes of SRH or KKR to make it mathematically, that 1%, 3% possibility still exists where they can sort of sneak in through to the playoffs, provided a lot of results go their way. So it's a very, very competitive tournament, exactly the kind of IPL that we need and we are getting. Let's not talk too much about that anymore. Let's look at today's fixture for the day. RR versus RCB at the Savai Mansingh Stadium at Jaipur. So this has been sort of like a graveyard ground for RR because they've not had a very good track record here. The only time in the last 4 games they have only one win at the stadium. That win has come against CSK, where surprisingly they scored 202 and they defended that against CSK this season. Where Dhruv Jurel had a brilliant cameo towards the end, and Jaiswal played an amazing knock in that game. But it is the same stadium where they had a colossal collapse and absolutely fell apart and got all out for 118 against GT, who comfortably chased it down. So this is a stadium which is going to be assisting spin a hell of a lot. Okay, the ball is going to grip, it's going to turn a lot. But apparently the pitch also looks good. So if you get settled in, you can post a decent score. I think somewhere around the likes of 170 or 180 will be super competitive in this pitch. So the toss has already been done. RCB has won the toss and they've chosen to bat first. And surprisingly, there have been two very, very big changes that RCB has made for this game. They've dropped Hazelwood and Hasaranga for the likes of Wayne Parnell and Bracewell. Now, Parnell for Hazelwood, I can sort of understand. I mean, Hazelwood came in with the reputation of being a proper pace bowler who can stem the flow of runs and pick up wickets in the power play and in the depth for RCB, something which he has done previously for CSK, which he was not able to quite do this season. So you can say that dropping him for Parnell, who played fairly well in the chances that he got, is kind of understandable change. But dropping Hasaranga on a spin-friendly pitch, that's a bold decision, bro. And they brought in Bracewell, who can also bowl. Okay, don't get me wrong. Bracewell's a fairly decent bowler. He can roll his wrists. He bowls off spin. But I think the main reason they kind of brought in Bracewell is to boost that batting order, because everybody knows, we've said this previously in a lot of occasions, RCB's middle order is extremely fragile. There is too much dependency on the likes of KGF like Kohli, Glenn and Faf. So I think they brought in Bracewell to sort of boost that middle order to provide some extra cushion to the batting in event of a collapse. He can kind of add that extra batting option and he can also bowl. So I'm guessing that's the reason they're playing him today. Coming to RR's team combination, they have dropped Bolt for Zampa against spin-friendly conditions. Understandable move. Very, very welcome move, because this is going to be if it's going to be a spin paradise, then they're going with the same combination with which they defeated the likes of CSK both here and at Chepauk, where they played 3 spinners in Zampa, Ravi Ash and Yuzi Chahal. I think that is a brilliant combination for them. So I don't want to get into don't want to talk too much into key matchups and all that. We all know that we've done that before. I don't want to be repetitive, so let's quickly get into today's prediction. I think if RCB posts something around 170 to 180, I think they can very much win this game. But I think considering the conditions and considering the spin spin department that RR has, I think I'm going to go for an RR win because this is a two-pace pitch. The boundaries are pretty long. I think the straight boundary is somewhere around 75 to 78 meters. One of the side boundaries is pretty long. One side is I think around 64 to 65 meters. So you're not looking at a small stadium where it's going to rain sixes like this, like the Wankhede or the Chinnaswamy Stadium. It's going to be pretty hard. You're going to have to time the ball pretty well. The ball is going to grip. It's going to turn. It's going to turn a lot because when I told you about the 118 where Rajasthan got all out, Rashid had I think 6 wickets if I'm not wrong. He absolutely ran riot in that, and so quality spinners will get proper assistance. You cannot just go out there and start slogging. You will have to get set in. You will have to play the pitch, play the conditions. So I think RR has what they lack in their batting order. I think they've got in their bowling, and I think the likes of Joe Root is a very, very welcome addition for RR considering these conditions. I think he's the kind of sensible batter who can hold fort at one end if at all they have a shaky start. So I think that has kind of boosted their batting by adding Joe Root to the lineup. They boosted their bowling for the condition by adding Zampa to the lineup ahead of Bolte. So I see RR as a more well-rounded, well-balanced unit for this particular pitch as compared to RCB. So I'm going for an RR win today. So yes, RR for the win today. Let's go.